All right. Welcome back to another weekly review, doing something a little different this time. Got the new kiddo in a harness on my chest right now, so hopefully she behaves. You might be able to hear me burping her, but I'm just gonna let it ride at this point because sometimes it helps her sleep to hear me just talk. So I'm gonna see if I can get her to sleep and just do this video anyways. It's a good reason to just talk and keep a stream of conscience going while we hang out. So I don't know if my mic is gonna go in and out from me looking up and down, but you know what? We're just gonna send it. So we'll try it, and then if it doesn't work out, then shoot, I'll just won't upload it. There you go. I have not looked at the weekly pack yet. So this is truly gonna be my first glance at it. I did not do a weekly review for last week, quite frankly, just because I got sick of last week's weekly. I had a lot of fun with it early on, but towards the end of the week, it just got to be a nuisance in my opinion. The early game was really solved, the mid game was super freaking weird, and then there's like not really many good late game units, so it was a lot about just like finding something to scale. So you know what, there you go, there's my review. You get 2 in 1. But let's make our prediction for this weekly. And I am yapping because I'm kind of buying time as I'm glancing at all of this to see what we got going on. There are a couple of pets I don't recognize here that look like they may not be included in the unicorn pack, but that are new. So I see the chupacabra, which is a snowball pet. Gives health whenever it kills. That's cool. Low health though. I see just a straight up friggin' tree. It gains coconut whenever it's low statted. That seems like it could be really good actually. I mean, 18 attack if you get it to level 3. I mean, level 3 is pretty hard to do, but there's a lot more ways to level up in these new packs. So getting it to level 3 feels like it could be valuable because I mean, we've got the Ogopogo, we've got the Pug. Pegasus is new. Give 3 friends attack whenever something is summoned, but it's only temporary. Got it. The Rock, also new. Oh, okay. It's just wait, no, that's not new. That's in the unicorn pack. It's just a bunch of mana. Oh, what is this? Tanned Grisner. Give future Tanned Gnost? Okay. I guess that just means like maybe it buffs itself? Because I don't see another version of this, so that must be what it means. And they really like to flex like all these mythical creatures, huh? I think that is everything that I'm seeing that's new. So let's make some predictions. Tier 1, the Bunyip is really good. It's really good in the unicorn pack too. It's just a lot of stats in the early game. So I'm imagining that early game we have some like get a Bunyip, then maybe get a crab. You put a Ogopogo on a chupacabra to get it statted and start snowballing. I also could see oh, you know, I was gonna say I could see something happening with Sea Turtle, but there's not really any early game summons. Do we have enough feints to make a frilled dragon viable? I don't think so, because there's not a single feint pet in... Oh, do we have baby activity? No. Come on, hang in there, baby. There's not a single feint pet except for the toucan. And what is this? And the sea urchin, but that is not nearly enough for frilled dragon to be worthwhile. We don't really have any good food perks to put on the toucan until garlic, but we do have some pets that could benefit from garlic, like the kangaroo and the chupacabra. I guess camel too. Looks like we do have some food build possibilities with rabbits. We've got shrimp and pears, which can be nice. I think the Ent is going to be high value. That's my prediction. Ent, the tree. I think this thing could go hard. I think you want to get it to level 2, then put it right at 12 attack, and it goes crazy. I really think that's all the sauce I see in the early game. Of course, there's always stuff like you've got your camel kangaroo engines. I do think that the mandrake probably... I think mandrake is a really good pet, but I think in this pack with so low value feints, I don't think it's going to be that good. Granted, if it is like just a hard counter to the toucan, because if someone's got a toucan with garlic on it, and then you put feint on it, and then make the toucan pass on the feint, that's pretty freaking good. Or sorry, not feint, I mean dazed. Sorry, I keep saying feint. Are there sellables for buffalo? Not really that I'm seeing. So last week there was a buffalo possibility because we have beavers and stoats, but I don't see anything to work with the buffalo really except for otter. I guess you got pig too. You got pig, you got pigeon. It's all tier 1s though, and it gets hard to consistently get tier 1s. Now granted, there is cows as well. Cows have bi-effects, which is pretty nice. I do see a world where Doberman could work. If you manage to make it to the late game with a lot of HP, you could pivot to a Doberman. I mean, there's just lots of really easy instant value tier 5 and 6 pets. I mean, Yeti's really good. Cerberus is really good. Husky, Red Dragon, Cow to get the Doberman statted. Is there any mana builds? I don't really see any because the rock gives mana, but like to make Pixiu work, you would need to have it rock and then Pixiu up front, which just like that's 2 really weak units up front for not a lot of value, in my opinion. Although I guess you could maybe run it 1 turn to just like spike really hard in the late game on turn 11 or turn 9. Or sorry, I mean turn 10. I don't know how this thing works enough to say whether it could be good or not. Maybe it would be crazy. But I just don't really understand it if I'm being fully honest. Because like if it just buffs itself, I mean, I guess I could see that getting out of control really quickly. Because you buy it once, the next one's going to be a 7/7. So you buy it again, that puts it at 8/8 and makes the next one a 9/9. Buy it again, that puts it at 10/10, but now it's level 2, so the next one's 13/13. And then from there, you go crazy, because the next one you buy makes it 17, next one's 21. But I mean, even then, that still means you've got to find 5 of them, which I just feel like is really a lot in the late game. Yeah, I think that's my evaluation of the pets. I think there's a world where you do llama, there's a world where you do buffalo. Besides that, I think you're just trying to get one of these powerful mid-game engines to make it to all of your good scaling late game units like cow, Siberian Husky, Rhino, this thing. Oh, baby activity. Okay, she's good. I think Yeti could be really good. Oh, I see you trying to wake up. She's trying to wake up. We'll make it quick. That's mostly all I got. I can see use cases for a lot of these different pets. I think that there is enough stuff that's healthy that the crab could be worthwhile and a decent mid-game unit. There looks like there might be some trumpet builds possible here. There's another trumpet pet up here earlier, I thought. Did I miss it? Maybe there isn't. Yeah, I think that's really everything that's standing out to me right now. As far as foods go, obviously garlic is always nice. Shrimp is pretty good. Cherry, I think it's not gonna do much. But pear, canned chocolate, mana, always really solid. I mean, all of these foods can define a build. We've got the Peach of Immortality to really like pop off late game. Got the Campetia to change a unit, an early game unit that you've statted to something meaningful. I mean, always you can just add tomatoes for high value in the late game, but my prediction, I would say my final call on how this weekly is going to go. I think it's going to be about getting as much health as possible. And then you are going to get one unit that is pretty solid, and try and stat it, because I think there's no skunk, there's no sniper builds, there's no summon builds that I can see off the top of my head. So I think it's going to be a lot about just making the most of your money in the early game rounds, preserving HP, and then trying to spike up as much stats as you possibly can in the late game. That's what I'm seeing right now, but maybe there's some sauce that we'll see by the end of the week that someone will come up with. But anyways, that is my prediction for this weekly for 2/11/24. And we had a baby that behaved the whole way through. Good job, baby. I don't know if she has any thoughts to share, but I don't want to wake her up to find out. I will catch you at the review at the end of next week.